Greetings my lords and my ladies, GMNikson with you, and I hope that tonight's video will be helpful to new players getting overwhelmed with Tower of Knowledge skills and not knowing what to pick and upgrade. Here I will make a quick overview of certain useful skills up to Tower of Knowledge level 40. First of all, don't try to max out every skill to level 8 as it will require you an enormous amount of soul shots. Levels 5 to 7 are pretty decent way to keep your skills at until you get everything you need and want. From there you can start maxing out your collection. Starting with level 1 we have two first skills, Onslaught for melee damage dealers and Wisdom for magic. My advice here is to unlock those skills but don't level them up as you will get way better skills pretty soon. Skipping all the way to level 20 as here we will see first really useful skills. Combo is a very nice option, especially if you are planning to build a mixed match later on. It does really shine on melee immortals with high attack speed such as Alexander or Hannibal. Dominate and Ignite are upgraded versions of Onslaught and Wisdom and can be considered as well, but don't invest too much into them. Next up, level 24 we have Concentration, which is going to be one of the must-have skills for you if you plan to use magic damage dealing immortals such as Merlin, Empress Wu or Himiko later on. On level 25 we have Chase, which is better than Concentration but only if your crit rating is high enough. That is, you have VIP level 13 plus and have high level of Immortals technologies. If you don't plan to use fire much with Empress Wu, I would advise you to avoid this skill until your crit rating is sufficient. On level 27 we have Physical Shield. Very good skill, especially if you face lots of physical damage dealing matches, such as Earth with Alex or Mixed with Alex and Baka. Put it on one of your frontliners and face them against highest fist damage dealer in the enemy match. Anger is an outstanding skill on any physical damage dealer, especially if you are going for mixed match. Next up we have Fighting Master. This skill will be useful no matter what match you will be using later on. It does provide a little bit of defense, but more importantly it will make your immortal immune to any crowd control effect. Put it on your main damage dealer. On levels 29 and 30 we have Toxin and Fire Novas. Both work in the same way and can be used on your main magic damage dealer. However, they will fall behind pretty quick, so don't invest too much into them. Adrenaline Rush has been recently nerfed but still remains a decent skill, especially on immortals like Hippolyta, Yoshitsuna or Charles. Level 31 provides us with first valuable epic skill, Cleave. However, it will only be useful to you if you plan to use either Alexander or Hannibal, as its efficiency highly relies on immortal attack speed. On level 33 you will get access to Duel Master, a very good skill for any physical damage dealer that also provides immunity to wounds. Berserk is a pretty decent skill too, but it will be best used in mixed match or pure earth with Alexander. Next up we have Rage Blessing, pretty underestimated skill in my opinion. It can find its use almost in any match, except for mix this time. Resist, however, is a skill that you'll be using a lot and often. It will help your squad survive a little bit longer against heavy magic damage dealing matches. On level 35 you will get access to Oaken Guard, physical version of Resist and a must-have as well, especially in the early game. Malice will become very useful in later seasons or against fire matches early on. Level 36 will grant you access to Energy Suppression. This skill will be useful almost against any match, but especially helpful against lightning matches with harm. On the next level we are looking for Annihilation, as it will become one of the best skills for a long time if you are using magic damage dealers. Energy Burst is a decent skill but highly relies on your critical rating like Chase. Next up we have Weakness. As with Malice, this skill does become more useful as you progress through seasons. Consider it early on only if you are using Fire March. On level 39 we have Death Breath that can provide a moderate amount of extra damage and assist that will help you cover your backline damage dealer. Ideally you want to pop it in onto your backline support, but you can also use it on your tanks, although that will mean that it can target wrong immortal in the backline. Finally, on level 40 we have Paralysis. It is pretty niche skill as it does shine against immortals with high attack speed such as Alexander or Barker, so consider investing into it only if your server is full of Earth or mixed matches. Special mention for Blessings, War, Speed and Defense. Those skills will be useful in the early game, however they will start falling behind as soon as you get access to stronger auras and trigger skills. This is it for my quick overview of most useful Tower of Knowledge 40 level skills for beginners. I hope you'll find this video useful and let me know if you would like me to make a more detailed overview of specific skills or setups that should be used in. Thank you for watching and see you in the Infinity Kingdom. Bye bye.